So today we got another wrestling games and news roundup because there's just a lot to talk about. The latest in regards to the WWE 2K22 Most Wanted DLC pack, some early previews, extra details, the expected new update. We are also talking about a massive addition to the WWE 2K team that looks to be a big positive heading into WWE 2K23, and a brand new concerning report in regards to the AEW Fight Forever game. We got all of that, so let's get into it. And you know the question I gotta start with, drop it down in the comments below. Which of the brand new DLC are you most excited to play as? The Most Wanted DLC pack, it's almost here. We are gonna be getting Cactus Jack, the Boogeyman, Vader, Elijah Dragunov, and Indy Hartwell. And over the last couple of days, we have gotten an early preview of some of those DLC. Cactus Jack, as we can see, got a brand new model. Definitely a big update from the previous games, even brand new hair that does look more on point. The good thing about this DLC is that once we get Cactus Jack, we're basically gonna be able to get all the faces of Mick Foley, as creators would definitely be putting up alternate attires to represent those other faces of Foley. We also got a first look at Indy Hartwell. Her model looks extremely accurate. They even nailed that face expression that she always makes. It was also revealed that she is going to be a 77 rating overall. Another thing we ended up covering about Hartwell is that she will be having a tag team entrance with Candice LeRae. The entrance motion is actually in the game already, as it was added in one of the recent updates. So once we get Hartwell, we can set them up as an official team. But hopefully this is something that 2K just add as part of the next update. Talking about the next update, I'm actually surprised we haven't gotten a patch yet. I think it's going to be coming a bit closer to the official DLC release, because maybe they don't want to go through what happened last time, which is people unlocking the DLC early and basically uploading it to community creation for anybody to download. All of that of course caused the issue that we are in right now when it comes to modding, which really sucks, and I hope that support is back at it once again. There has to be a better solution to avoid all of this. I will keep you guys updated on the next patch. There's always one that comes out right before the DLC to add support for it, and as we mentioned before, I'm just hoping that there's also a lot of fixes as the game needs it right now. We got more in regards to WWE 2K22, but before that we also got some AEW to talk about, as Sports Gamers Online came out with a brand new report detailing the gameplay and the creation suite. So of course, just over a week ago, we ended up getting that latest reveal for AEW Fight Forever game. It was a bit underwhelming, as a lot of us were expecting a bigger presentation, but Kenny Omega in a recent interview did indicate that an in-depth look at the game will be coming out very soon. No details on when soon is, but for now, Sports Gamers Online are indicating that one such feature that will be limited in AEW's Fight Forever game is the creation suite. They indicated that most saw limitations implemented rather quickly. They stated that having the ability to create championships, create arenas, and create shows and more was nothing that should have been anticipated for the first game. However, the limitations are going to be felt in other areas of the creation suite, which can be viewed as either a good or a bad thing depending how you look at it. Their sources were told that movesets in general will be limited, similar to an early 2000s wrestling game, while customization options for wrestlers will leave people wishing they had more. In regards to the game music, they also ended up indicating that not everyone is going to have their licensed music. This is the reason up to why right now they're only showing wrestlers with themes created specifically for AEW in their previews. The reason for this is because, as report indicated before, the game is already being over budget as it is. So a lot of this goes back to what they indicated, that they took inspiration for Here Comes the Pain and No Mercy to build this first game. And those older games obviously didn't have the crazy amount of customizations that we have now in a creative wrestler. This is obviously a bit concerning, especially when looking back at last year for WWE 2K Battlegrounds. The creation for that is so limited that it made the cycle of the game even shorter than expected. Now do keep in mind mind that this is just a report as of right now. It should be treated as a rumor until we get full confirmation by AEW Games, and hopefully that in-depth look at the game that Kenny Omega promised comes soon enough. Back into some WWE 2K22 news, and I guess even WWE 2K23, and this is something I'm excited for. Sport Gamers Online is also reporting that Brian Williams is set to be joining 2K. In case you're not aware of it, let's talk about why this is significant. Sports Gamers Online learned that not only are things moving forward with the next installment of the WWE 2K series, likely WWE 2K23, but a major name from the WWE games past is returning to the fold, and that is Brian Williams, who spent over a decade working on WWE games dating back all the way to its time under THQ umbrella. He was part of the Ukes team, so the last game that he worked on was 2K19. Since then, he was working on the AEW game that Ukes is of course developing, but now with his Ukes contract being up, he is joining 2K. So back in the day, he was part of the team, basically giving us features like Creator Arena, Creator Finisher, and more. As Sports Gamers Online indicated, it is unclear at this moment what his role will be within WWE 2K, within Visual Concepts, but apparently he is expected to start this month if he hasn't already. This is good news overall, as Brian Williams clearly have the experience and the knowledge of what it is that a lot of us fans want in a wrestling game. It's also crazy to think about the fact that he was just working on the AEW game and now he's jumping to WWE 2K. That is all the latest that we got right now. Make sure to check out my recent collab video with BDE being suggested to you right there, right now. Click on and stay savage.